The happiest day of my life became the most confusing night I had ever lived through. I stood at the altar, looked into her eyes, and said yes. But that same night, my new wife told me something that made my entire body go cold. She wasn't the woman I had fallen in love with. At least, not the one I thought I knew. And the truth she had hidden for years changed everything. My name is Daniel. I was 29 when this happened. I first met Emma when we were teenagers. She lived 2 houses down from my parents. Soft brown hair. A smile that could calm any storm. We grew up together. High school friends turned first love. The kind of relationship people call fate. We had plans. Simple ones. A small home. 2 kids. A quiet life. And for years, I thought that future belonged to us. Then life happened. College. Jobs. Cities. Emma moved away for work. Long distance started strong. Calls every night. Texts every hour. Then slowly. Less. The silence between us grew. But every time I asked if we were okay, she said yes. I believed her. Because when you love someone deeply, you trust the words even when the feeling has changed. A year later, she came back. Different. More mature. More distant. But still Emma. At least that's what I thought. 3 months later, I proposed. She said yes immediately. Too quickly, maybe. But I was blinded by relief. I thought distance had nearly taken us apart, and now love had brought us back. I never stopped to ask why something felt slightly off. The wedding was beautiful. Friends. Family. Warm lights. Music. The perfect evening. Everyone kept saying we looked made for each other. And maybe from the outside, we did. But there was something in her eyes. Not sadness. Fear. I noticed it during the vows. Her hands were trembling. I thought it was nerves. I was wrong. That night, after everyone had gone home, she sat at the edge of the bed. Silent. Then she looked at me and said, "Daniel, there's something you need to know." My heart dropped. Then came the words. "I'm not Emma." I stared at her. She looked exactly like Emma. Same face. Same eyes. Then she whispered, "I'm Olivia. Her twin sister." The room started spinning. I didn't even know Emma had a twin. Their parents had divorced when they were young. They had been raised separately. Different cities. Different lives. They looked almost identical. Emma had died in a car accident 8 months earlier. And Olivia had come back because Emma had left behind letters. Letters addressed to me. My hands shook as I opened them. In the letters, Emma explained everything. She had been sick. Very sick. And she didn't want me to watch her fade. So she had pushed me away. The woman I had spent the last months with was Olivia. Trying to understand the life her sister had left behind. Trying to deliver the truth. But somewhere in the process, she fell in love with me. I felt betrayed. Confused. Broken. Had I married a stranger? Or had I fallen in love twice with 2 different women who shared the same face? That question haunted me. Because the feelings I had for Olivia were real. But so was the grief for Emma. I was mourning one woman while sitting beside another. Over the next few weeks, Olivia told me everything. Emma had spoken about me constantly. Every dream. Every fear. Every memory. Olivia had known my name for years. And in helping me heal, she had become part of my life. Not as a replacement, but as someone entirely different. Kinder. More open. More honest. Ironically, the truth that destroyed my world also created a new one. One evening I asked her, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Tears filled her eyes. "Because I was afraid you'd leave." And honestly, part of me wanted to. But another part understood. Pain makes people do impossible things. Emma had hidden death. Olivia had hidden identity. Both were rooted in fear. Months passed. Slowly, grief became understanding. And understanding became love. Not the love I had before. A different kind. A quieter one. A more honest one. For the first time, I stopped comparing sisters. I saw Olivia. Just Olivia. And I realized. Sometimes love finds you twice. Just never in the way you expected. Sometimes the truth doesn't arrive gently. Sometimes it breaks everything first. But even heartbreak can lead you to the life you were truly meant to live. Love is not always about forever. Sometimes it's about who stays after the truth is finally spoken.